The following workout will help you release tension and stiffness in the body, focusing on finding that connection between mind, body, and breath, as well as deep yet soft muscle engagement. Hi, my name is Mila and I'm a Pilates and mobility coach. During this workout, we'll be using the Pilates fascial movement approach as well as the FRC joint mobility training. Let's begin the breath work. You're going to take a deep inhale, followed by a passive exhale. Deep breath in through the nose, and then release the air through the mouth. As you breathe in, inflate the belly, open up the rib cage, and relax, release everything. Continue breathing like this. Think with every inhale, you're trying to bring as much air into your body as possible. And with every exhale, you relax the body. When breathing in, pull the air all the way into the belly. Allow the belly to open like a balloon and allow the rib cage to open nice and wide. And then you relax everything as you exhale. Continue with this breath. If you notice yourself starting to get dizzy, you can breathe a little less deep or a little more shallow. Just find what works for your body. Pay attention to try opening up the abdominals, releasing the bottom of the ribs, allow them to flare. And then when you exhale, allow everything to close. Focus on the movement in your spine. As you inhale, naturally you'll come into extension. And as you exhale, you'll release into flexion. And now take a maximum inhale, bringing as much air into your body as you can and hold your breath. Try to hold the air in the bottom of the belly. Feel the tension around the abdominals and the bottom of the rib cage as that area stays inflated. Keep the neck and shoulders more or less relaxed. The mind stays calm, knowing that the mind will play the biggest role to how long we'll be able to hold our breath. So stay calm, stay centered. Keep holding your breath. If you feel like you have to breathe out, go ahead and then take another deep breath in and join back. You're welcome to close your eyes or keep them open, whatever works best for you. Just a little bit longer. And release. Revert to the previous breath pattern. Huge inhale, relaxed exhale. Feel like every time you breathe in now, you can breathe in just a little bit more. You've opened up some space. You've opened up the diaphragm, the rib cage. And so the breath now becomes deeper. And relax. From here, revert to your normal breath. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on a yoga block or even on a chair. Feet in front of you, and we're going to lift the big toes and lower them down. Lift all the other toes and lower them down. Continue for a few more times. Pay attention that your ankle isn't swinging side to side and neither are your knees. Move slow and with control. Now lift all of your toes up and try to lower just the baby toe and then one toe at a time until your big toe. Lift all of them up and again, one toe at a time. One more time. Let's go ahead and lie down on the back. Find a comfortable position. Neutral pelvis and spine, so feel free to tilt the pelvis back and forth until you find the center. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in to engage the body and begin circling your ankle. Try to draw the biggest possible circle. And reverse the direction. Go ahead, grab behind the thigh. Externally rotate your tibia. Lift the foot up. Internally rotate your tibia. Lower the foot down. Try to make sure that the thigh bone doesn't move and you're twisting below the knee. And let's reverse the direction. Continue to breathe. And let's switch legs. Pull the left knee in, grab that shin bone, take a deep breath in, engage the body, and draw a big circle with that left ankle. And let's go ahead and reverse the direction of the circle, keeping the tibia still. From here, hands behind the thigh. Breathe in, engage the body, externally rotate the tibia, lift the foot up, internally rotate the tibia, lower the foot down. Explore your maximum pain-free range of motion. Continue to breathe. And reverse the direction. Keep that internal rotation, lift the foot up, externally rotate, lower down. One more time. Keeping the thigh bone still as the tibia, the shin bone, rotates and moves. And go ahead, lower the leg down. Let's mobilize the hips. Externally rotate your right leg, slide it away. Internally rotate, pull it in. Keeping the pelvis nice and still. You're finding your pain-free range of motion. Maintain a nice steady breath. Focus on moving the femur inside the hip socket. One more time and then you'll reverse the direction. So maintain internal rotation as you glide the foot out, externally rotate as you pull it in. The hands can be on the pelvis or they can be on the floor. You decide. Whatever helps you keep the pelvis steady. One more time. And let's switch legs. The left knee opens, glide the foot away, knee pulls in, bend. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate and flex the knee. Continue. Pay attention to how this side feels in comparison to the other. There's no right or wrong, but you want to make sure that you stay in the pain-free range for this leg. One last time. And reverse the direction. So internal rotation, extend the knee, external rotation, flex the knee. Keeping the hips nice and still. Neck and shoulders relaxed. 2 more times. And release. Go ahead and open your feet nice and wide. And we're going to go into a bridge modification. Bring the knees together, lift the hips up, open the knees, lower the hips, and continue. Knees together, hips up, knees apart, hips down. Don't worry about rolling through your spine. Just think of comfortably lifting the hips up and lowering. We want to find a flow through this movement. Think that it has no beginning and no end, a very smooth, uninterrupted movement. Breathe nice and smoothly and reverse the direction of your hip circles. Open the knees, lift the hips, bring the knees together, lower the hips. Allow the weight to very comfortably roll through the foot. Keep your weight on the shoulder blades as you lift the hips, never on your neck. One last time. And release. Maintaining neutral pelvis and spine, lift one leg up into tabletop and start to draw circles with that leg. Try to find stability through the spine and the pelvis. And think of drawing the circle just with the knee. Nice smooth breath. Neck and shoulders relaxed. And reverse the direction of your circles. You're trying to find fluidity through the movement. Make your circles as big as possible, but as small as necessary to maintain stability in the spine and the pelvis. And from here, cross the foot over the opposite thigh and rock the hips side to side. Keep the shoulder blades down as you lift one hip bone and then the other. Very comfortable rocking. Don't lower the knees all the way down. Just find that little bouncy movement side to side. And switch legs. So the opposite leg into tabletop. Pelvis nice and still as we begin to draw circles. Remembering that the circles are as big as possible, but as small as necessary to maintain stability in the spine and the pelvis. And reverse the direction of your circles. Maintaining a nice steady breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Find that smooth, uninterrupted movement. Cross the foot over the opposite thigh and allow the hips to rock side to side, keeping the shoulder blades on and feeling that gentle rotation in the lower back. And lower the foot down. Coming into controlled spinal rotation, you're going to keep the legs together and allow both knees to go to the right, left hip bone lifts up, and then lift with control and let the knees go over to the other side, opposite hip lifts, and lift them with control. Use your breath here. You can inhale as the knees go down and use a strong exhale to lower the opposite side of the hip down. Exhale, lowering the opposite side of the hip down each time. Breathe into twist. Strong breath out through pursed lips to return. As you continue, think inhale, release, exhale, contract or pull the abdominals in. using that strong exhale to fire up the obliques to return the spine back to neutral. Last time on the other side, and lower the heels down. Come onto your hands and knees, so your 4-point kneeling position. Position your wrists directly under your shoulders and knees directly under your hips. You're going to start tucking the tailbone in to round the spine and lift the tailbone up to arch your spine. Take a nice deep breath in, engage the body, squeeze the glutes to tuck the tailbone and try to round one vertebra at a time. Inhale to hold, begin with your exhale as you arch, but feel free to take 2 or 3 breaths during the movement. Go nice and slow. Your goal is to bring attention onto your spine and find pain-free range of motion. If this feels too much for the wrists or the neck, go down onto your forearms, place one fist on top of the other to rest the forehead, and continue with the exercise. Maintain your nice steady breath, moving only in your pain-free range of motion. Now you will hold the spine round and breathe. We're going to keep holding the spine nice and round. Shake off the head. Make sure the neck is relaxed here. You don't want any tension going into the neck. Think like you're pushing down into the knees and the palms of the hands to lift your spine even higher. Feel the shoulder blades wide and pay attention to where you're feeling the stretch in your back. If you don't have a stretch, don't worry about it. The goal here is to calm the nervous system with deep, calm breaths. If you do feel a stretch somewhere, as you inhale, pay your attention onto those tension points or the stretches. And as you exhale, try to mentally release those muscles. Take about 2 more deep breaths. From here, take a deep inhale, engage your core and tension through the body, and you're going to push the arms forward as the legs push back. Start at 10% and work your way up to your 100% effort and hold. From here, take a deep breath and re-engage the body and pull the arms and legs together. Feel the core fire up. Try to round your spine even more. Keep working nice and hard here, full effort, and relax. Try to see if you can round your spine just a bit more now. And breathe. From here, nice and slow, open up the spine into extension. Find the maximum arch of your spine, completely pain-free. If you feel a little bit of tension in mid to low back, it's okay. Just pay attention that you don't get into a painful point. Feel the belly and the rib cage opening up. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and allow your shoulder blades to gently retract or gently pull together at the back just to help open up your chest. Get into those deep, calm breaths. Feel that tailbone pulling up. Feel the breastbone opening up and the heart pulling down and forward. Keep breathing nice and deep. Now we're going to do a similar exercise as before, but this time the push and pull will be in the opposite directions. So from here, take a nice deep inhale, engage your core, send tension through your body and pull the wrists towards the knees and the knees towards the wrists. So right away, you're firing up that core. Start at 10% effort and find your maximum effort. And let's go in the opposite direction. The arms push forward, legs back, and try to arch your spine even more here. Breathe nice and strong. Hold your maximum effort and relax. Arch your spine just a bit more. And then push yourself into a shell stretch. Nice deep breaths here, releasing any tension through the body. As you breathe here, with your inhale, inflate the belly, allow the belly to gently press against the thighs, and as you exhale, pull the navel in towards the lower back. And slowly, when you're ready, come and sit all the way up. The following exercise can be done kneeling. You can sit the hips onto the heels. If that doesn't work for you, you can lift the hips up. Otherwise, please feel free to do this standing. So find a position that works for you. Hands behind the head. Take a nice deep inhale, engage your core, and we'll begin with spinal flexion. Pull your chin to your chest and start rounding your spine as much as possible, finding your maximum pain-free spinal flexion, and then unravel into extension, opening up one vertebra at a time. Breastbone pulls up towards the ceiling. Keep your head supported. Again, chin to chest. Start rounding. Feel like you're pulling the bottom of your ribs to the top of your hips, closing the abdominals. And then unravel. Feel the tailbone pull back. Feel the navel open, pull forward. Breastbone widens. Take your time as you do this. Find that maximum abdominal contraction or engagement as you round the spine. And keep the engagement of those abdominals even as you open up the chest and the lower back. Try to avoid the hips or the legs from moving here. Moving on to lateral flexion. So from here, go ahead, bend to the right, lift yourself back up, bend to the left, exploring maximum pain-free range, and lift back up. Inhale as you bend. Nice strong exhale, engaging the abdominals as you lift back up. Use that strong exhale to engage the oblique on the opposite side to lift your spine back upright. Inhale, bend. Exhale, engage the oblique to lift, and over to the other side. One more time each side. Inhale through the nose, exhale through pursed lips. Finishing off on the other side. Moving on to rotation. So inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, use your abdominals to return forward. Inhale, allowing the belly to open. Exhale, pull the navel in. Keeping the spine nice and long. When you exhale, feel the obliques twisting the spine, returning to center and growing taller through the spine. Last time to the opposite side, and then you can go ahead and relax the arms down. Come to lie down on your right side as we get into some hip work. Right away, find your neutral pelvis and spine. Lift the left leg with the foot just above the hip. Flex at the ankle. Feel like you're pushing something away with the foot. And begin to internally and then externally rotate. Keep the pelvis and the spine completely still as you're rotating your femur inside the hip joint. Keeping the left leg straight, right oblique lifted off the mat. Imagine that you're constantly pushing something away with the heel to lengthen the body. From here, keep the leg parallel, nice and slow, reach it forward, point your toe and reach the leg back. Dorsiflex, go forward. Plantar flex, go back. Exhale, reach the leg forward. Inhale, reach it back. Remember to keep the spine and the pelvis completely still. Exhale forward, inhale back. Keep going. Make sure the heel is hip height or even a little higher. And lower the leg down. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Switching sides and finding neutral pelvis spine right away. Support your head and lift the foot just above hip height. Keeping the pelvis still, you're going to begin with your rotation. Internal rotation and external rotation. Remember to feel like you're pushing something away with your foot to find that length through the body. You can inhale to internally rotate and exhale to externally rotate. Feel the thigh bone moving inside the hip joint. Finishing up here, leg stays parallel and you're going to reach the leg forward. Point your toe, reach it back. Dorsiflex, forward. Plantar flex, back. Exhale and inhale, reach back. Keep the foot hip height or higher. Try not to drop the leg. Maintaining neutral pelvis and spine. Remember, this is a hip exercise, so the spine has to stay completely still. Neck and shoulders are more or less relaxed. We're almost there. Last time, forward, inhale back, and release the leg. Lie down on your back as we get into body bounces. Find a comfortable position here, feet about hip distance apart. Relaxing the arms, palms face up, and use your feet to rock your body forth and back. I think you want to create a bouncing movement here, or rocking very freely. Pay attention to your pelvis. Feel it rock and move. Pay attention to the rib cage rocking, as well as the head. Breathe freely. This should feel like a nice massage for your pelvis, upper back, and neck. It's totally normal for your ankles or your feet to feel some work. That's okay. If it gets too much, take a rest. Keep focusing on your body. Feel that freedom in movement from the pelvis all the way to the tip of the head. You may stop the rocking and straighten out the legs. We're going to get into box breathing. So you'll take a nice deep breath in. You will hold your breath. And then you'll exhale and hold your breath. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And from here, get into a nice normal breath for you. Relax the body, palms face up to the ceiling. I want you to start thinking about your feet and your ankles, your toes being completely relaxed. And then you're going to transfer that thought onto your knees. And then the hips. Making sure that the pelvis and the lower back feel completely relaxed. If there's tension in the low back here, please bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mat. Now translate that into your shoulders and your arms. Feel them relaxed, followed by the neck and the head. The facial muscles are completely relaxed as well, and so is the jaw. Now go ahead and wake up your fingers and your toes, your ankles, and then you can go ahead, bend the knees, and when you're ready, roll over to one side and push yourself all the way back up. Take a moment to check in with yourself, feeling the mind and the body relaxed.